Welcome to Nerd Portal, the weekly show where we bring you into the frightening world of witches.
Oh.
I thought it was pop culture and current events.
No, not this week.
Don't talk like that in front of Sarah.
Well, on this episode of Nerd Portal, or Film Portal, we will be discussing our favorite Halloween memories.
Mm-hmm. So what have you got? What have you got?
Well, when I was a kid, before I started being Hermione every single year, I have a very fond memory of wanting to be Jessie the Cowgirl for Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a picture of the costume, but I remember when I was about to be Jessie the Cowgirl and, walk around and do trick-or-treating, I changed my mind and decided to be, because my sister convinced me to be Britney Spears, and I remember being really mad at her. She's like, no, you have to be Britney Spears.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but I remember I did have a legitimate Britney Spears costume. It was, I don't know which music video it was trying to.
Was it the red one?
It was a pink crop top.
Oh, was it
yeah. Baby one more time?
Hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah, that one.
But after that, I was pretty much Hermione every single year, and Halloween and the premieres of Harry Potter and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I did take a break in high school where I decided to be Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney Todd, and that was so much fun because I just would sing the songs from Sweeney Todd and get candy and stuff. So
When you were Hermione, did you talk in the accent?
hell yeah. Yes I did. So, but every year my family would watch films like The Mummy, Mummy 2, if we were feeling sassy, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, we had our traditions of films that we would watch, and my friend Ashley would come over every year and we would trick-or-treat together, we would look through the candy, we'd watch scary movies together. It was basically something that we did every year, and it's one of my favorite. Some of my favorite memories are from those times.
Yeah. So unlike certain people who grew up in the suburbs, I grew up way out in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't really have anywhere to go trick-or-treating. There were some businesses that tried to do stuff, and there was one particular house near the square that tried really, really hard to be really supportive, but nobody really bothered even trick-or-treating because there was no point.
Yeah.
But when we first moved here, my parents didn't know that, and so by the time Halloween came around of '98, my sister was an infant because that was her birth year. And I was really obsessed with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, so I was Esmeralda, and because my sister was an infant, she was the goat.
She was the goat.
So we've got some great pictures of that, but we didn't really, I think, that was basically the first and only time we really celebrated Halloween, because before that we lived in Spain, where they think it's Dia de los Muertos, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got fireworks and stuff though.
That's pretty awesome.
I don't remember any of it.
It's lit!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you got it.
You got it.
You
It's
got
lit.
it.
Boom.
You got it.
You got it.
Boom.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and one time my parents tried to have Halloween parties and at least celebrate it. And I remember one year there was all of us girls, and my mom's best friend had a son who was our age, but we weren't particularly fond of each other, and so he just sort of spent the whole time in my room playing computer games. And so one time, so me and this group of girls that I had invited, who were actually my friends, we all crouched down and we snuck around to the building, and we were arguing because we wanted to jump up and scare him, but we wound up just arguing about when we should jump up, and just sitting there underneath the windowsill. And so finally he just stands up and he goes, "I can hear you." And at that point, as he walked to the window, we all like had like this telepathic like thing, like now. We all just jumped up and screamed.
Did it work?
Yes. He did, like, you know the thing in movies where people like panic and they like fall back and they like wind up doing this backflip as they're trying to get away? That's exactly what.
That's amazing.
That was the funniest, I think.
Well, for me, usually my church has like this fall festival thing, so like they have like bounce houses and stuff, so that's what we would usually do. And then afterwards we would go trick-or-treating or whatever. But I know for sure what my family does every year is one of our neighbors on our block like decks out her entire house in like every single Halloween decoration that there's ever been anywhere ever.
Yeah.
Like it's like a giant collection of awesome Halloween decorations.
Clearance?
I don't know. I thought his name was like Callie.
What?
The cat.
It's Theodore.
Don't talk about Sammy like that.
It's okay, Callie. We all love you anyways. But she had like every single decoration that you could possibly think of that would just like pop up every year or whatever. And when we were younger, it would like scare the crap out of us. But once we got older, it's like, so what new decorations do you have this year? That she would gladly show us and stuff. And it's like she got fog in her yard and everything.
Wow.
Like it is like spooked up.
Yeah.
So that's what we would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I remember, I looked back at some old photo albums, and two of my favorite costumes that my mom has ever put me in. I don't remember being in them, but I remember like seeing the pictures.
Yeah.
I remember my mom dressed me as a cat. It was like a pink like onesie
Like Kelly?
thing, and I was like,
Aww.
I was like on the bed like this, and then the next costume that she put me in was Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
Oh my god. Wait a minute, isn't that the little boy?
Yeah, I was the boy.
What's the little girl's name?
Pebbles.
That was
She was like, that was the only costume I could find. Nobody. I was just Bam Bam.
Just walked around in a diaper?
No, I had the Bam Bam.
But like he just walks around topless in a diaper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I had like the little sash,
Oh, that's true.
like a toga, like a
thingy,
toga. Yeah, and it was pretty much the outfit.
He's got a thingy.
I don't know. I wore something like that, and it was Bam Bam, and my mom was his mom.
Oh.
So it was cute. But I think the one time I was actually scared on Halloween was there was this one house. I don't know if they live there anymore, but they used to go all out, sort of like your neighbor. But they would do haunted houses, and I was too young to understand the concept of a haunted house. And so they decided that they were gonna have a casket with like a person in it to like scare you, and then they had like fake spaghetti intestines and all of that, and like stuff like that. They were really over the top. Anyway, me being a kid who has been to a lot of funerals thought this was an actual dead person. And so I paid my respects like I had learned. And while I was making my respects, this person pops up and scares me, and I start crying, and I'm just like, I'm like, that's not how funerals are supposed to be.
Yeah.
It scared me.
You're supposed to do the whole...
Yeah, I did that too. I was like Catholic, you know. So that's ruined me for a few months there.
Poor baby. Aww.
Yeah. I don't remember what I dressed as that year, but I just remember that memory.
You don't remember how old you were?
I don't remember how old I was. I think I was really little and just didn't understand the concept of a haunted house until I was a little bit older.
But you understood the concept of paying your respects.
Yes, I understood the concept of funerals.
You knew the like steps.
Yes, I knew the steps of what I had to do.
Yeah.
Being respectful.
That's precious. That's adorable.
Thanks.
I love
Well, I
it.
know for me, my two favorite costumes that I've ever had, I dressed up as Azula. So I made the costume out of like poster board and fabric, and it took forever. I know originally like I just colored it in with marker or whatever, so it looked like I was wearing poster board, and then eventually I put fabric over it. Some people thought I was Zuko.
Oh.
I was like, can you not tell by the hair?
Yeah.
I'm Azula. I was
Because like she never has it in a pony. He's like ponytail or chopped off. Like they've always got different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both have iconic hairstyles.
Nerds.
Costume design wise, he has a lot more gold in his costume than Azula's does. So like Azula's is lined with red and his is lined with gold. Or I believe. So it's like I'm Azula.
You're like obviously.
I'm definitely a girl. I'm gonna
Clearly.
shoot lightning at you, Broso.
Yeah.
But and then my other favorite costume was I was a stick figure. So I wore black and I stuck like glow sticks on me to form like the stick figure, and I was walking around and people thought it was the coolest thing ever. It's not cool. It wasn't cool in the light because but from afar, whenever I was walking and it was dark streets, people would like look at me and stuff. At one point, somebody told me to go in the dark and then do a dance. So I did a dance and then I turned around so that way I disappear or whatever. Like I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I stole it from AFE.
Yeah.
America's Funniest Home Videos or whatever. That's where I saw it first, and then other people stole it. And I did it before people did the LED thing. By the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really. Yeah, we mostly just ate. We just sort of bought our own candy and stayed home and ate it.
That honestly sounds.
That was how we
You
got
leave your
the
porch
Halloween-
light off? You didn't give out candy?
Well, we live so far out in the country, nobody was trick or like we lived over like in pasture. You know, so like that's way too far to walk.
That's too far.
So we just ate our own. We just bought our own candy and ate it. But anyway, that's about all the time we've got time for on this week's Nerd Portal, and this was actually kind of like a test run for a new show that we want to do called the Datalus Dames with the three of us, and we want it to be sort of a podcast thing, and we are thinking of doing a delayed release thing so that it will air first on Patreon. So check out our Patreon /PopNerdTV, and then
Let us know
a week
in the
or
comments.
two later, we would air on YouTube, and let us know what sort of topics you would like us to talk about. What I don't know.
What are your favorite Halloween memories?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below because we want to hear your stories.
Yeah, and what is your favorite?
And what
type of cat?
what do you name this?
Her name is Tabitha.
I thought
Because then we can call her Tabby.
it's okay, Jen.
It's not Jen. It's Tabitha.
Anyways, we're gonna argue over Frank all day, so we're just gonna say bye, guys, and have a very spooky. Well, no, Halloween already just happened.
Yeah.
We hope you had a wonderful Halloween.
We hope you had a wonderful Halloween.
We hope you stayed
and
safe.
Don't forget to like the video or else we will hex you.
Enjoy All Hallows, the actual day.
One of my favorite Halloween costumes that I've ever done.
Hold on.
You got a chainsaw out.
Hold for Lawnmower.
The Chainsaw Massacre.
I will-
Victim.
I'm going to hex them.
I'm gonna hex them. We have a cauldron. You wanna hex them? Let me take care. Oh. Get the cauldron.
The power of three will set us free.